Hello everyone, today with me is Codi Miller-McIntyre and you're watching Lifestyle. Hello Codi, how are you?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm good, thank you for asking.
Of course.
How do you like Belgrade?
I love it here. In terms of being a basketball player, an American coming to Europe, it just has everything. We have great fans. The city's beautiful. We're in a beautiful cafe right now, and everybody speaks English as well, so it's the perfect place for an American basketball player.
How do you like it as a team?
I love the team. I think when you come to Europe and every year teams change, you have new Americans, you have new local players. A team like Partizan who has a championship mindset and they operate as a team and not individually, it makes it so much more better to be a part of. So I really love the team. I love everybody on the team, and it really feels like a family.
It's very nice to hear that, because in Serbia, they say for Serbian sports players that we are all team players, and that everywhere we go and when people come to us, that there is a great energy that our people have. So it's nice to hear that. Besides sports, you have a lot for fashion. So can you tell us more about what do you do?
Yeah, I think when I was in high school, I started loving clothes and loving dressing different. I tried many different styles. At one point, I tried a skateboarding style, and it was terrible. It was the worst decision of my life. And then I went to college, and I just realized fashion is a way to express yourself. It breeds individuality, and that's one thing I love, going somewhere and looking different. If everybody's wearing a suit, I'm probably the only person that will show up in sweatpants and a t-shirt.
And what is the inspiration for your clothes? Where do you find it?
My life. When you look at my life, I'm always on the go. I'm never in one place long. I'm always going to gyms, to weight rooms, back home. So everything I make is real casual and, comfortable to put on to wear anywhere. A lot of sweatpants, a lot of hoodies, t-shirts where I can wake up, and if I'm running late in the morning, I just grab a black t-shirt, black pants, and then I leave. So really my lifestyle is the inspiration for it. And then in terms of an outside influence, Jerry Lorenzo for Fear of God.
And when someone sees your clothes and they like it, how can they order them?
So right now you can order it from my website, cmmpatience.com. And I believe this week, actually, my company will be registered as a Serbian company as well. So after that, you'll be able to purchase it through a .rs website here in Serbia.
Since you're here now, did you think about learning Serbian language?
Yeah, I studied Russian language, so I'm very familiar with the Cyrillic alphabet, but I haven't found a Serbian teacher, like who's an official teacher, to show me. But definitely, if I find an official teacher, I would love to learn it, because when I started learning Russian, it made my experience in Russia that much better. I was able to talk to people a little bit, and it feels like you're a part of their culture versus just visiting the culture.
And what music do you listen to?
R&B and hip hop.
Favorite song?
Oh God. I don't have a favorite song right now, but my favorite artist is definitely Drake or Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Travis Scott.
Because you train a lot, is there some song that you put on when you go on training and you're motivated?
Oh yeah, for sure. Big Sean just released an album this year, and he has a song on it that's called Wolves. So every day before a game, usually before I work out and practice, I listen to that song. So.
I saw in a lot of your photos that you have a wolf. Yeah. Why a wolf?
So I'm very passionate about dogs. I think dogs, they all have a soul. I believe all animals have a soul, but personally, it's something like a specific bond that I have with dogs in general. And especially once I got my first dog, I have a Siberian Husky. Once I saw his personality develop from him being a puppy to 6 months old to a year old to being 3 or 4, just seeing his personality develop, I got attached to it. So ever since then, I fell in love with the idea of dogs and wolves, and then especially with wolves, their loyalty to their pack, to their family, that's something I love. I love my family at home. I'm loyal to my family, and I do everything, and I die for my family. Whatever my family needs, I do it. And then also, when you think about wolves, they're able to be alone. Lone wolf, that's where the concept comes from. And that's kind of how I feel. So when I'm in America, I'm surrounded by my family, I'm surrounded by my pack. And then when I come to Belgrade or Russia or Slovenia, any country I go to, I'm alone. So it makes me feel like a lone wolf. So just my lifestyle and looking at how wolves live differently, I just kind of fell in love with it. So.
Besides loyalty, is there some else characteristic that you feel is same with wolf and you?
Yeah, I think they're one of the strongest animals in terms of, like, as a family, as a pack, they're extremely strong, and it shows me how much, like, you need to be around your family to really feel, how can I explain it? To really see how powerful you are, you need people in your corner to back you up and to stand by you. And then when you think about, like, a lone wolf, it's extremely hard to be by yourself, to hunt food by yourself, to sleep by yourself, and that's what I do when I'm overseas. I'm usually alone, so, like, just seeing how strong you have to be and independent you have to be, but also knowing that in the future you want a family. I think just those two things are what really attracts me to them.
Because when you come to a new city, new country, it is hard to get used to things. What is the thing that you do to make you feel like home in a new place?
So we're doing it now. If you look at where we're at a cafe that I come to every single day, and every country I've been to, I find 3 or 4 restaurants or cafes, and I go every day or every 2 days because it makes me feel like it's a place at home. If you look at some of the workers that are here, I know many of them by their first name. They know me by the first name. So it's like, by visiting these places, it makes me feel like I'm building a family and getting to know more and more people. So,
because you change a lot of places because of the sports, do you stay in contact with those people?
Yeah, it depends on how well we get to know each other. If I have a lot of friends in Russia, maybe about 6 or 7 people that I talk to every month. Sometimes I talk to them every week, and that bond, we got so close there in a short period of time. We're like best friends no matter where I go in the world. So some people, yes, and then some people, it's like we meet for a little bit, we talk, we get to know each other, and then we just disappear.
And where did you like it the most? Which country did you feel most like you're
at home?
Yes.
It's hard.
Is there one country that you will go back to when you retire from sports?
Oh, definitely. I think as of right now, I would visit every country I've been to, but I think the first place I would visit is either Belgium or Russia. I was in Russia for 2 years in a row. I studied the language. I had plenty of friends there, so that's almost, honestly, that's like my home away from home.
And what is the thing you liked the most about Russia? Was it some girl, or did you like the country?
I did fall in love there, but that ended. It was a country for sure. Like what we talked about earlier about family, the first city I went to in Russia, they loved the basketball players. Win or lose, we felt like a family. I would walk around the city, people would say, keep your head up, keep smiling, everything will be okay. So I fell in love with the country that year. And then I went to St. Petersburg and I met new people. I seen how beautiful St. Petersburg was. And honestly, the perception that Americans have on Russians was completely different than my experience in Russia. We don't know much about Russians in America because we never visited. But when I went, they were the most loving people, the most loyal people. And they really supported me and helped me out a lot and helped me get through all the hard times that I had in those 2 years.
Because of the hard times and the life of a sportsman is very difficult, is there something that you would like to say to young people to motivate them?
Life isn't easy. I think when we're kids, we grow up and we're very pure. We don't have a full understanding on the world. We haven't went through pain, we haven't went through a lot of struggles, but the older you get, you realize how hard it is to really accomplish something beautiful. If you think about your journey, if you think about how did you start your business and what you're doing now, I'm sure it was nights that was really hard, it was really tough, and I've experienced the same thing. So the main thing I would say is probably just keep fighting, keep working hard, and eventually that will pay off.
Cody, thank you very much for coming and speaking with me.
Yeah.
I wish you all the luck in your career in Belgrade. I hope you will stay along, and I hope we will talk again.
Thank you. I appreciate it.